Hi, everyone, and welcome to For the Love of the Map. I'm your host, Julia, aka Sweet Tea.
I'm your host, Marla, and together we are your nonstop connection to everything supernatural.
With 2.5 years of experience and over 8,000 combined workout sessions, we test it all so you can get right to the fun.
Hi.
Hi, Marla.
How are you today?
I'm okay. I'm really not happy about my lost hour of sleep, but here we are.
Yeah, but I'm very happy about the extra sunlight that we get later in the evening. That makes
Very
me
true.
happy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you know what I want to talk about today?
What do you want to talk about today?
Totally random, but not. Once we start talking here, you guys will realize why it's not random. But I want to talk about external community competitions.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's
As you know, I'm a competitive
interesting.
person.
You are. I am not.
You are not. This is very true.
Hold on here. We'll get into it. But on the surface, I'm not. Okay.
Well, see, I always thought that. I really did always think I was not a competitive person. Like, I'm competitive with myself always.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be better than I was yesterday. I want to do something a little bit different. I always compete with myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that I'm very competitive in team events.
Okay.
But I had no idea. Now, my friend Banana is going to tell you I'm competitive all the time. She's going to say that I always have to win and I'll do whatever it takes to win. And she might be partly true.
Well, because she knows how to poke you.
She does. She's
in ways no one else knows how.
It's absolutely true. She can do and say something, and then I stop doing whatever it is I'm doing, and I'm in the headset getting it done. There's no one else that can do that for me.
Yeah.
And it's a curse
Banana
and a blessing.
powers.
It is banana powers. It surely is. It's hilarious. She always gets me going. Anyway, so I kind of wanted to touch on competitions with the external communities because there are two communities that do who do team-based competitions.
Mm-hmm.
We've got SNCE, who bases their competitions 1 week. They have set workouts. You can pick the cards. There's a few workouts on each card. You complete them all. Boom, boom, boom. It's over and done with in a week. Then you've got Ukeland, and we do 2-week competitions where we incorporate workouts of the day plus some bonus workouts. We're trying not to call them bonus workouts anymore, but some set workouts that you can complete throughout the entire 2 weeks. So it's kind of, you can pace yourself on those extra workouts. However, you have to do the workouts of the day. You have 2 days to complete them. And you can pick between the 4 options that come out for those 2 days. And just to be transparent, I am an admin of Ukeland, and Julia is also, we call her the non-admin admin.
I am.
She handles all the videos, all of our community side-by-side projects that we do that started in Ukeland. Yeah. So I guess, when I first started Supernatural, I posted a little bit in the community. I know I mentioned this before, but I didn't really get involved. I wasn't really looking for all the other external groups. I wasn't just trying to get super competitive at all. It wasn't until much later, probably almost a year in, that I joined my first team competition with SNCE. And another friend on my leaderboard that I had connected with, him and I would chat and like each other's workouts and comment on them. I was like, well, if you join this competition, I'll join. He was like, well, if you join, I'll join. And back then you could request to be on a team with someone. If that person requested you, you requested them, they would try and, put you guys together. And so we ended up on the same team, which was awesome. And that was the first time I ever did 20K in a week.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a huge wake-up call for me. It was like, oh, wow, you are totally capable of doing so much.
So you started in August 2021?
Yes.
And so how long was that into your journey that you did that?
Probably a year.
A year.
A
Wow.
year.
Okay.
Yeah, it was about a year. And then that opened up the door to all sorts of other communities for me. After that, it was getting to meet people, just the whole vibe of being on a team. You guys are in this together. Let's push. Let's do all the hard things, and listening to all the stories and people doing high flows for the first time. And, example, me doing 20K for the first time. It really changed how I started moving forward with supernatural, I suppose. It's very interesting because there's a lot of new people who join competitions. Personally, that's my favorite thing, is to hear all the stories of the new people who join, or even veterans who join and do something completely new. There are people who I know for SNCE who complete all the workouts in one day.
Wow.
That's their sort of challenge
That's
to
dedication.
themselves.
Wow.
That is. And it's intense. I could see why, as someone who likes crazy goals, why you would want to do that.
Instead of pushing it out. That's interesting.
Right.
Then you have nothing to do. Makes you wonder their thought process. Wow.
Just to challenge themselves, I suppose.
Yeah.
Just to see if they can get it done in one day.
Well, I mean, for the super competitive, you would do, they would do something like that. So
Exactly.
Me, I'm like, I'll get it done. I'll procrastinate. We'll do it on the last day.
Yeah. I like to pace myself. I like to come up with sort of a plan, like, okay, I'm going to do this many workouts today, or I'm going to do this many tomorrow, or, I like to set a pace. Sometimes it changes. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not sticking to the plan.
Yeah.
I feel great today. I'm going to keep going, or I'm only going to do 2 today. I'm not going to do all 6 that I said I was going to do. So I try.
That's kind of how I am too. Yeah. There's been some uke competitions that I paced myself in there. I think the Ukeopoly, the last one that we did, that one snuck up on me more than any of the others because there was so much to do. And I kind of at the end was like, I got to do all this in 2 days. How am I going to do this? But, I did it. I got it done.
You did get it done. You did. And you always do. But it's funny how that works. You're like, oh, shoot. Oh, how did I end up with all these workouts left I need to get done?
I thought I had time. Doing a terrible job at this. And poor Marla, I'm always like, Marla, what do I do? Marla answers all my questions.
I do, and I'm happy to answer the questions.
That's know, but you do it for everyone.
Yes,
everyone goes to Marla.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. It's not a problem, and we all have. And it's funny that you say that because I know that each of the Ukeland admins has like people who always go to them for questions. We call it, well, they've claimed us as their person, that's your person because, it just starts that way. And it's just part of building relationships. And my favorite part of being an admin of a group that hosts team events is building the relationships and getting to meet new people and build relationships with them and seeing all the people go after whatever goal they set out for themselves, no matter what it is, and encouraging and celebrating every step of the way. That's, I think, what keeps me motivated to lead team events.
Yeah.
Well, because
I'm sure it's a lot of fun.
It is fun.
Oh, yeah. You guys do a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I have, a big side-by-side that I'm putting together, they don't come to me usually. There'll be a few people, but even though they know I'm the one putting it together, they still go to one of you guys. I'm like, I can help you.
Well, we set it up that way when we started.
Yeah, that's true.
You were like, Marla, I'm happy to do it, but I don't want to talk to the people. I don't want to answer the questions. I don't want to teach them how to do it. Like not
in the beginning.
Exactly. You were like, no. And I'm like, no problem. I shall do that.
And so that's kind of just stuck that way.
Exactly. I project manage. I help the people. I organize the things. Make sure you have everything you need. I know how particular you can be, and you don't want to tell people no. I will tell people no.
That's right. You tell the people.
I do. But oftentimes you and I, we don't like to leave anybody out if they're going to film themselves.
Right.
So we'll wait, and we do whatever we can to include everyone who wants to be a part of it.
Yes.
Speaking of side-by-sides, community side-by-sides, that is probably one of my favorite things we did together last year.
Yeah.
When we decided to start doing them twice a month, just getting to see everyone come together and film themselves, and the whole process, and you getting to put them together. It's my favorite thing last year.
It's
for sure.
really cool to spend that little bit of time that I do with each person, editing them in there, seeing everyone's style. I can recognize people from their I'll say living room, but not everybody's in their living room, their workout area. And if somebody changes it up on me, I'm like, wait, who is this? I don't know who, so it's so cool. It is so cool to see everyone in that one place together, the big rectangle or square, whatever that we put everyone in, moving together exactly the same. It's very powerful. Well, it's very fun to put them together.
It really is. And see how that all started. I don't think a lot of people realize this, but it started from team competitions. From the first team competition you finally joined, because you used to work out with me and be like, what are we doing today, Marla? Are you in a competition? I'm like, I am. I have to do such and such workouts. And you're like, okay, I'll do them with you. But you would never actually join the competitions, but you would do the workouts with me.
I would. I did them. All the workouts. It makes me wonder now how many, if I was actually in those competitions with you, would we have even been on the same team? And how would I have done? Because I did so many competition workouts with you. But that's the way that we were able to even dive deeper into choreography the way that we have.
It truly is. And that is,
because we did some good workouts, but we also did some really
horrible workouts. And like multiple time horrible workouts. You are the best friend ever, workout buddy friend ever, because you would suffer through one with me.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, Julia, I have to do this workout again. You're like, what?
Again?
And I'm like, you do whatever you want. I'm gonna do that. And she'd always say, no, I'll do it with you. And I'm like, oh, you're the best.
I would do them all. Well, and I think for me, I get in the headset, and I've said this before, and I kind of just don't want to choose some days. I just want somebody to just choose for me. So it kind of took, for you, it helped you get through your competition, but for me, it helped me not have that fatigue of choosing what I needed to do that day. It was like decision. Yeah. I just got in and I was like, tell me what to do, but that's our theme, right? Tell me what to do.
But I don't think you're alone. I think there are a lot of people who are also like that. And that's why they love competitions, because, it's just like, okay, well, here's your set workouts. I'll go do them. I know what to do. It gets them in the headset when they don't necessarily have internal motivation to get in. They'll get in for their team. But the first competition that you ever joined, and the first competition that we did a team side-by-side for, was the Ukeland Harry Potter team tournament. And I talked Julia into this by saying, Julia, you can be on my team.
You did.
Will you join if you can be on my team? You can be like a helper. You can help me and Debbie lead Slytherin house. And she was like, really? I don't know. I had to think about it. And I'm like, so I sent her a t-shirt.
She did.
I sent her a Slytherin t-shirt.
And I was like, Slytherin? Slytherin? It took me a while to even be okay with the Slytherin part.
I know. And so I sent her a t-shirt, y'all. And
she did.
I'm like, she's either going to go, okay, I'll do this. And she did. And it was the best time to actually be on the same team together. We do a lot of theme events. So we go theme it up and we really get into it. And Harry Potter is probably our favorite theme tournament that we do. We've done it. It's
probably
twice,
the most popular. Yeah,
it is, definitely.
And people know it's coming and they get excited, and everybody buys costumes. And It's a
It's a
big
good time.
thing. It is really good time.
And you made our team side-by-side video.
I did.
The Slytherin house one. It was your
Mm-hmm.
first ginormous, and she's going
Yeah.
to kill me for bringing this up because now she has to pop it in. And she's
Pop
like,
it
no,
in.
I'm not popping it
I
in.
don't want anyone to see it.
But it shows so much growth and how much you learned. It's a priceless side by side for me because it was the start of you coming into this other world with me, this other part of my own supernatural experience. And you blended so seamlessly into it. And now I can't imagine an event without you actually being part of it in some way. Sometimes you don't compete, but you help. And you're behind the scenes doing things and in the community talking to people. And it's just
I
great.
mean, you remember that one where you made me lead a team.
Yes, I did. You and
I don't even
Heather
know how
led a
you did
team.
that. Yeah, me and Heather. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was a lot of work
Mm-hmm.
and it was a lot to learn. But I
Yeah.
think it's always good to be growing, learning, and stretching yourself. And that's what it did for me. And
Yeah.
it let me know that I could do it again. Now, you did ask me at the next one that came up, you want to lead a team? I'm like,
No, I'm good.
I think not, maybe. I don't know how you do it every single time. Like,
I've taken a few.
It's not that bad. I don't want anybody to get scared if anybody maybe is interested in helping in the future, but it's a lot of work. And I think that it's I don't pressure may not be the right word, but you feel you need to connect with your
Yes.
team and your teammates, and it's a lot of work and it's a lot of being like
Available.
yeah, like
You got
being
to be
there, being
available.
in. Yeah, and then my schedule, is crazy, and then Heather's schedule was crazy. So
But you
what
guys did
happens every
great.
competition? My special needs son goes in the hospital.
This is true.
Every single competition.
Every single one. You're absolutely right about that.
And we never dreamed when you asked me.
No.
But anyway, we made the best of it.
You guys did. And your team excelled and loved you guys as leaders. It worked out perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that you said yes. You always seem to say yes when I ask you new things. I'm like, Julia,
takes me a minute sometimes.
Let's do this. And you're like, oh, really, Marla?
I still think back of when you asked me to do the big side by sides. Like all I had ever done was just myself or maybe one other athlete here and there. But to put together something that big, and I was just like, yeah, I'll do it. I had never done anything like that before. I can't even imagine what I was thinking now when I think back to that. Like, why did I said yes to that? What if I couldn't do it? But I mean, I did.
Well, you did, because the first one you did was for Harry Potter. You did Slytherin House. I asked, I said, should we do a team side by side? You want to do a team side by side? Let's see how many people we can get. And you were like, okay. And then after that tournament, it was like a month later, I came to you and I said, I've got an idea. You're like, what, Marla? Like, what if we started doing group side by sides in Ukeland? We can start once or twice a month and see how it goes. And I sold it to her that I would do all the organizing of it. I would make the posts. I would help people. And back then we used Google Drive. So it was a lot of helping people.
Such a journey we went on learning.
Yes, exactly. It was a lot of teaching people how to upload things, how to get them there. A lot of people sending me directly videos and us having to keep track of them so they would be in a central location. Anyway, we have learned and evolved, and we made so many community side-by-sides last year.
We did.
At the end of this year, or at the end of last year, when I came to Julie and was like, it's time for us to do our podcast, we were both like, we're going to have to take a step back from community side-by-sides a little bit so that we have the time to do the podcast. Which brings me to really why I want to talk about community competitions. And that is because Ukeland is holding a March Madness style workout against workout bracket. And we have become super invested.
Oh,
so invested.
So super invested. Like I didn't even if you would have told me we were going to podcast about this, I would have been like, okay, well, have fun. I'm taking off you go on and podcast by yourself.
Last week you were just like, Marla, what workout should I do?
Well, I didn't even care about, I wasn't even that far. I was like, well, it's another thing they're having in there. So I hope they all have fun. I wasn't even going to participate in this because and it's not because I don't love Ukeland, and it's not because I don't love the competitions that are put out, but March Madness, basketball-y stuff like that. I was just not, and I didn't.
That's not for me.
It's because I didn't connect it with Supernatural. I just connected it with like this sports thing that I wasn't interested in, and I was like, well, it's not for me. I'll just go on. And we're in our little map chat group, and everyone's talking about it every single day, and I'm like, y'all, what is the big deal?
Well, what's funny is you happened to do one of the workouts that was on the bracket. You did boss moves, a medium flow boss moves. If you haven't done it, y'all go do it. It is so fun. And I said, Julia, go turn it in. And she was like, what? What do you mean turn what in? I'm like, we need your vote. Go turn in boss moves. And she was like, well, how do I do
form.
It? I'm like, here's the form. Go click. You did it.
Spoon feed me the form.
Yes. I did spoon feed. Yep. And
click
then the
on
next
it,
day,
put your name.
Yep. And then the next day we were working out, and I was like, these are the workouts we're doing. And she's like, oh, okay. Oh, I love these. And I'm like, they're in the bracket. So when you're done, after we work out, turn them in. And I spoon fed her the form again. And so it just sort of happened. And then she started getting invested. And she's like, well, how many plays does this workout have? Well, how many plays does that workout? This workout's in the bracket. Oh, we have to go play this one now.
Yeah. So I'm totally like, I'm making the graphic bigger in my phone. I'm circling things. I'm Xing things out. I'm like, I need to do this. I don't want this one to win. Well, this one looks like it's going to lose. So there's no way we can,
Save
get it through. And, but I mean, you weren't really wanting to do it in the beginning either. We were both just kind of like, well, have fun, little March Madness. And
we were going to go about our.
I think if it wasn't for our friends, our Supernatural friends talking about it and being like, can you believe this is up against this? And this is up against this. And I think a lot of it too was just visually. I'm a very visual person, and visually I couldn't see the workout
68
cards
workouts.
Yeah. So for me, it was kind of like, I don't know what's happening here. So once someone made a graphic and I was able to see what was up, because I know that Marla and I have said that we know locations, we know choreography, we know what coach did what the workout cards look like. But if you just put medium,
the words,
flow, the drop, Leanne, this, that, and the other, unless it's something that I've done a ton, like a Madhouse or something like that, or boss moves, I have no clue what it is.
My
just
brain
by
can't connect
words.
it. Agreed.
No, because I kept asking, like, well, can you send me the card? And they're kind of like, I thought you knew all this. I'm like, no. I'm visual. I need to see the card. Send me the card, and then maybe I might do this. So one huge thing that's been happening is a fight over Madhouses and Hoedowns. That's kind of where the spark really lit into a huge fire.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of made us really start fighting for the things that we love.
Yes.
And started caring a whole lot more.
I'm still really upset and butthurt that the look, I'm getting emotional and mad all at the same time. That the the Madhouse Monster. The Madhouse Monster lost in the first round to a high flow Hoedown. Yeah. And I'm gonna say, I know not everyone is voting and goes through the thought processes like I do. I'm voting on choreography. And then second, it's music.
Yep.
That Hoedown did not have better choreography.
No.
Than the Madhouse Monster. Don't come at me.
Monster. Listen, our Madhouse Monster. We got as many people to do it as we could. We had a party.
Yeah.
You reached out to our accuracy, 100% accuracy club.
I did.
And made a post.
I wasn't going down without a fight.
No, I mean, but there were people on the other end making videos and posts fighting for their Hoedown. They were passionate as we were about our Madhouse Monster.
Yes. And and the craziest thing, I had a realization over this. Country music is not as represented in Supernatural, just like pros onlys aren't as represented in Supernatural.
That's very true.
Yeah. So I totally get their passion. Yeah. Do I want more Hoedowns? I personally do not.
I personally do not either.
But I know we have so many friends who love Hoedowns, who love country music, that I would fight for it because I want more pros onlys.
Yeah.
So I get it. I totally get it, but I was very upset.
You were. I was there amongst upset. It. You know, my favorite GIF. Is it a GIF, whatever?
GIF.
During our chat with our group was the popcorn one. You know, just sitting back watching the fight.
Yeah. I had a lot of feelings.
But internally, you know, I wanted to be in there in the fight too. But I'm not as passionate. Truly, I'm not as passionate as you were about it.
I'm a passionate person.
You are.
I get sucked into something and I'm going to give it my all. Like,
yeah,
you're going to have to remove me to get me to stop. You're going to have to come to my house. You're going to have to shut off my internet, take my phone. Right. Like, I'm not going to stop. Yeah. And some of our friends know that about me. And so they egg me on.
Yeah, I was going to say they use
I know
that.
they do. Yeah. I know they know that about me. And so they egg me on. They spin me up on purpose because they know that I'll just go off and freak out about it.
But what an amazing thing that came to us this week, especially, you know, we've had a lot of life happening. We have other life other than Supernatural. Ha. No. Right? Yes. That this came along and kind of whacked us in the back of the head. We didn't even know it was coming. Either one of us.
No.
The passion and the desire that we would have. We both had pretty high weeks this past week. I mean, I was up at 20,000. I haven't had a 20K week in a couple, probably 2 months, a month and a half or so. So it really pushed me to get in there and do what needed to be done.
And I had just said the week before that I needed a new challenge. I needed something new. And that definitely, round one of the bracket, which we still have lots more rounds to go.
Oh, yeah.
We're in round 2 right now. And I'm pretty passionate about this round already.
Well, see, I again have no idea how this works. So I'm sitting here like, all right, well, we did what we did this week. And then I realized like I had to fill out this form for fun that I could like choose what I would choose to see what would win in the end in my world, you know?
Right.
And I was like, wait, how many weeks how long does this last? What's going to happen? So
we get to do our favorite workouts for like the next month, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I realized. We're like, we're Madhousing every week again.
Every single week, because Return to the Madhouse thankfully made it and is in round 2. And all of you, look, you want to make a deal? I'll do one of your favorite workouts in the bracket if you do Return.
These deals are already being made, you know.
Yes.
Fine, I'll do your my ride or die, but can you do this Hoedown for me? And I'm like, you want me to do a Hoedown? Oh, it's a really good one. And I'm like, is it now?
It's the one that beat the Madhouse Monster, and I refuse to do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not out of principle. Okay. Out of principle, I will never do that Hoedown again. Never. I don't care if y'all challenge me, because I know some of you love to challenge me. Beat my score, Marla. And if you don't, you have to do a Hoedown. I will never do that Hoedown. What is it? Slap something, step in, get to step in.
Slapping something.
It's not.
So when you took the little personal, vote quiz, who won? Who was your winner?
My overall winner for the whole... Return to the Madhouse.
Yeah.
It is
So
my
on
favorite workout.
mine, oh yeah, and it's a good one. On mine, I was down to the end between Return and Metallica.
Oh,
I mean, how do you choose?
I know which one you chose because you are obsessed with Metallica workout.
Not the music. If you would have told me last month or whenever, I don't know when the workout came out, that it was going to be a Metallica workout, but yeah, I chose the Metallica workout.
Yeah,
Now,
you did.
this is only just based on the fact is that the choreography is some newer
Yeah.
choreography but I just played Return too, and it is so good. It is so good.
It is so
I
good.
played it one night before going to bed, which is dumb because it rouses you up
It
and you don't
really
sleep.
does rile you up. And this is where I'm going to deviate from my usual in the sense that the choreography in Return is incredible. It
Mm-hmm.
opened the door for some really rad new moves in high flow.
Mm-hmm.
So many cool things happen because of that workout. Now, do I like the choreography in the Metallica workout a little bit more? I might. But Return to the Madhouse has got a sentimental thing for
Mm-hmm.
me. So I've got emotion attached to
Yeah.
this workout, which people
Yep.
are probably listening to us. Why are they having an emotional attachment to workouts? Listen, I have played it so many times. I'm
You
almost at
have.
100 plays just on
Yeah.
Return to the Madhouse.
Yeah.
And it will always be my favorite workout. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think there will be a workout that could top it for me. It's like its own little category on a little
Yeah.
pedestal over here for me. And then the other workouts are right under it. So I break the Marla law of voting
Yeah. Yeah.
simply because of Return. So
One of the craziest things about this, though, is that anything could go up against anything,
yes.
depending on what wins. And that's what's blowing my brain the most. Y'all are all probably like, this is how the bracket works, don't you know? Well, no, I really don't understand this. But, seeing like your favorite boxing go up against one of your favorite flows. Now, it's getting my brain,
It's hard.
your flow, your base meditation
Is up
against
Mhm.
the rapture beat the odds
Yeah.
boxing. I mean,
Mhm.
how do you choose? That's
It's really
hard
hard. It's really hard.
because they both have. I mean, we did a full community side by side with the first song in the
Beat the
rapture
odds.
boxing.
That
Yeah,
beat the odds workout. That first song, you guys, is a legit therapy session. Docs, coaching, the words to the song, the movements. It's an experience.
it is,
Like
and you
a
better just
full.
tuck a tissue right here in your
Yes.
headset so you
Mhm.
have it for your crying.
And that workout takes you through it. Like it
Mhm.
breaks you down and it acknowledges your flaws. Then
Yeah.
it builds you back up. And then the last song, you're coming out feel it's like a legit therapy session, y'all. If
Yeah.
you've never done this workout, you should do it. Yeah, we had to make a side by side of that first song
Mhm.
last year because it was just so good. But then base meditation.
Yeah, we
That
have a
is
side by side for our friendship post that we made, our 2-year friendship post.
Yes, our anniversary.
And right, our 2-year anniversary. Yeah, that's what it was.
Was it 2 years or 1 year?
I don't know.
It feels like
Time,
5
man.
years.
Well, it does feel like 5 years. I don't know. Maybe it was our 1-year anniversary.
I think it was our 1 year.
It was just our 1 year. Why does it seem like more? That's crazy.
Right?
Well, now we're coming up on the on the 2-year. But base meditation though, we did lightning. What is the word? What is the song?
Lightning.
Lightning. I was right on that. So
you were right.
That's special. And that's a workout that I did. And I remember loving it the day it came out, but I never really did it again until we became friends. And you're like, we need to do the base meditation, base meditation with Leanne. It's so good.
It is so good. I think I recommend that one to all my friends. Like if you party with me, we've probably done this workout together at least once.
It's probably every single time I've done this, except for the day it came out, was probably with you.
Most likely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great pairings.
I'm looking
of great
here.
pairings. But what I'm worried about is what happens next round.
Yeah.
Because many.
Return is up against one of my favorite boxing.
I know. I
So
know.
my favorite boxing is the Fuego. We've actually talked about this boxing before in our podcast,
With
but
the knee strikes. It's
the
got
knee
good
strike,
knees.
high intensity knee strike boxing. It was the one that you liked, one with a
Yeah.
knee strike you
Hmm.
liked even.
I don't
But
like
I
it
mean,
enough to beat
no,
return. Sorry.
return will go. I'll be doing return. It's crazy. Metallica is up against. I don't even remember this glutacious boxing, the Buns Hun, but I'm doing Metallica. Our JK Pop is on here.
Hmm.
That one's a good one. Lots of good
So
ones.
many good. And I truly believe the community will crown Boss Moves as
I
the
wouldn't be
favorite.
mad. I mean, I wouldn't be
No,
mad.
no, I wouldn't be mad
It
either.
made it. It made it all the way into my like top 5 probably when I took the little my own. I don't know what you call it, my vote thing. I don't know
Yeah,
when I voted for
right.
my own.
When you set up the bracket, like your
Yeah, if
predictions
it
for
was my
what would happen.
predictions, thank
Yeah.
you. That's what it's
Hmm.
called.
Your
I'm not good at
predictions.
this sporty stuff, so I don't know what's happening.
Well, see, now you'll always think of March Madness as supernatural, whereas before you couldn't wrap your brain around
Yeah,
it. Now you get putting the workouts against each other. Those
yeah,
are, in essence, the basketball teams.
right.
And then we, the community, are the players on each
Mm,
basketball team. Like, are we going to move this one forward?
yep,
Um, and so it's a pretty cool idea. Keeps us all
it
engaged,
is.
keeps us all doing our favorite workouts.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we continue to play Return to the Madhouse for like the next 4 weeks.
We should be anyway, because we know now what happens when we stop madhousing
Oh,
and
yeah.
don't madhouse for a month and a half.
It
We
hurts.
go in and we're like, we need a break between every single song.
Yes. I need a pause after every
Yeah,
song. But
pausing, a lot of pausing, but
now it's getting better. We don't need the pauses after every song
no,
now.
we are getting better because I've
Yeah.
done Metallica, I've done Return, I've done the Monster, I've done all the hard workouts have
Right.
been in my just in this last week. We did a lot of hard workouts, a lot of high
Yeah.
intensity
A lot of highs.
workouts. Yeah,
Because most of all of our favorites are highs. And
they
so we
are.
wanted to see them continue to move through the bracket.
Yeah.
And we didn't do all of the available workouts last week.
No.
We
No.
only
If we
focused
saw it
on
winning, yeah, if we saw
exactly.
something that we knew was winning, we would kind of let it
Or that
go
our
I mean,
plays would make a difference. Yeah.
yeah, because we still put a lot of time into Supernatural last week. There was
Yeah.
no way that we could vote or do every single of 68, workouts. Well,
Well,
obviously you'd only have to do half of them, but
right.
because you'd
There
only be
were some
voting for half.
people in Euclid who
That's
did,
Well, it
which is
doesn't surprise
amazing.
me, but
No, it
that
doesn't
is
surprise me.
amazing
No.
because I don't do math in public, but that's 34 workouts.
I don't do math in public. That's your new catchphrase.
Yeah, you're
I
not
love that.
supposed to do math in public because, especially not me, I'm not a mathematician. I do not do math. I'm like,
Right. 2, 4, 6.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Same. I'm that way too.
The
Yep.
34 workouts in a week, you go and divide that by if everybody works out every single day. Again, I'm not going to do the math. That's a lot of workouts.
I believe by the end of the bracket, there were over 500 workouts that were done on.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, if anyone wants to join, it's in Ukeland. You don't have to sign up. You can just come participate, and then turn in your workouts. We do have set workouts that are picked in the bracket, so you just pick from those, and be a part. Cast your vote. Maybe one of your favorite workouts is currently in the bracket, and you don't want to see it die. Like Return to the Madhouse.
That's right.
Come play it.
I mean, it really doesn't die, but
No.
it kind of does. I told Marla, I was like, nothing's going to happen to my favorite workouts, but I don't want them to not go through. I want them to win.
I shouldn't be surprised knowing myself, but I am so shocked at how emotionally attached I am to some of these and how invested I am in seeing them move forward.
Same. I mean, I didn't really It's been I've gone on a full journey with this just last week. My journey was on
Right.
Monday. I was like, well, y'all have fun.
You
But
were.
I'm
And you
not.
were doing workouts of the day. And then
Yeah.
it just resulted in no more workouts of the day, only bracket
Yeah.
workouts.
Monday and Tuesday, I did the workouts of the day, and I may have done snuck Wednesdays in or one of them. I don't even remember. It just spiraled. I spiraled. First, it was like, oh, whatever. I'm not doing any of this. Then it was like, well, Marla wants me to turn this one in because I did it. And then it was like, Marla, tell me what to do. What do we do? What do I do? And then it was like, I have a visual now and I know exactly what I need to do. I don't need anyone's
And then we're
help.
just taking over the whole chat with this discussion. This is all we have talked about all week.
Yes.
And just fighting back and forth. I mean, healthy fighting.
Healthy fighting. And then that's what our map chats, our friendships there is based on us just all being fun and funny and goofy.
Right.
It is not a serious chat. I mean,
oh no,
it can get serious if something's going on with somebody occasionally, but this is if you need to laugh or if you need, to talk to somebody or just goof off, that's where you go. It's the fun place to be. So that's what we do there.
But man, I can't believe some of the people that chose to do the Hoedown over the Madhouse Monster. I'm so upset about it, y'all.
That's insane.
Because the whole thing of Ukeland, I could go off on my tangent now. You do the hard thing.
Yeah.
We challenge ourselves. We do hard things. And my heart was a little broken that the community wanted to go for a Hoedown and not the hard thing. It sort of broke my heart a little bit. But at the same time, that's when I had the realization that Hoedowns are far and few between. They don't come out as often. And that's how I feel about pros only. So I reversed, like, what if it was the other way around? What if, like I did, we were all actually on the same, we're just on separate sides of the coin here. Of course true. I'm going to play my pros only. Of course I'm going to play Madhouse. How dare you, but what if, how dare you not want to play it? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. And I mean, it could have been a hard decision for them to see the Madhouse against that Hoedown. I mean, Madhouses, they're good. And most of our people in our map chat know and understand and appreciate the choreography in those and why those are so special and to have it up against a Hoedown. But I mean, like you said, you don't get a lot of Hoedowns.
Yeah. They had to represent.
And you want more. Yeah.
Respect.
Represent.
I respect that.
And recruit.
They sure did recruit, man. They recruited. And I was like, oh, y'all want to play dirty now. Y'all want to recruit. Right. You're recruiting players. And then I was looking in behind the scenes at the people who are submitting. And I was like, you're kidding me. 4 more Hoedowns are coming in right now. What is this? And then I go look. Oh, they posted another recruitment post for the Hoedowns.
Yep.
And then an hour or 2 hours later, I'm like, why are there 4 more? Okay. And that's when I had to go to the 100% club and be like, y'all, our Madhouses are tied with Hoedowns. Come help. You don't even have to be in this group. Just submit it. Just submit it on this form, please.
Yes.
Oh, well. It's okay. It's okay.
I know. It was an emotional ride, and now we're getting ready to go on it again. I think we kind of had the weekend to all started back up yesterday, but I laid down on the couch and I fell asleep. I was gone. Again, I want my hour back, okay? It has affected me deeply, but I laid down. I actually did not truly, to be honest, cross over the 20K. I was at 19
You would have
something. I would have been at 25 if I didn't work out Saturday or Sunday, which is not like me.
Right.
But I think after having a really big week like that I wasn't used to, I was very sore, and I was like, let's just let some muscles, relax and have some recovery. So and I was actually still having some soreness yesterday, so I think it's good. Maybe I just needed the rest to but I mean, I felt so guilty about it after. I know we just segued into completely different topic, but I rested over the weekend, which is good for the
it is good because now you can come back strong.
That's right.
So we can kick butt on and make sure we're saving our favorite workouts.
Yeah. And we will. We will.
For sure. For sure.
When,
Most
again,
definitely.
a week ago, we cared this much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
hopefully
there's people out there that see March Madness and they understood the assignment. I did not understand the assignment.
I didn't really understand the assignment. I'll be honest. I didn't really understand the assignment.
But now, when it comes back out again, which when I was an admin, I was an OG founding member of the Uke when it started. And it started with brackets. And I felt that way then when it started. I was like, I don't understand and know what you guys are doing here. I'll help,
but I'm here.
I don't understand brackets. And that was the thing. It was just, I didn't take the time to actually try to really get it and understand, because to me it was sports, and sports to me is like, I don't want to do sports, you know?
Well, the OG way was athlete against athlete.
Right.
And they would do the workouts of the day, and whoever had the highest points moved on in the bracket. And then you were up and up against someone. And then we moved towards team competitions.
Right.
Instead of just head to head.
Head to head. Yeah. Well, the group got so big, you couldn't do head to heads.
Yeah.
But I mean, it basically started, Tommy, telling somebody he wanted to, Tommy needed the encouragement to get in his headset. Yep. And so that's kind of where Ukeland, which wasn't even called Ukeland then.
It was called Super Snatch the Uke.
Super Snatch the Uke.
It sort of evolved. We would just call it Ukeland because it was like a land, Uke land.
Ukeland. Yeah. Yeah.
And so then it just, that's what we would call it.
Was that kind of adopted from the competition where there was different places, like we were Australia? What competition was that? Is that kind of?
Why are you? I have a brain fart. Hold on, stop talking.
I know. I've been farted, Marla.
The Olympics. It was based on the Olympics, so it was called the Ukeolympics.
Right. Ukeolympics.
No, we were calling it Ukeland before that.
Was it? Okay.
But just kind of like internally, or sometimes one of us would make a post and we would say, "Hello, Ukeland." That's how I always started post was "Hello, Ukeland." But when we did the I want to say Ukeopoly, but that was the Monopoly. Yeah. The Ukeolympics, which is probably
hard to say.
It really is really one of my favorite events because it allowed us to be super creative and come out with like cities or countries within Ukeland. And yes, we were Australia. That was the city that I came up with. And guess what? No surprise to anyone here. It was a
Hoedown state. No,
it was not. It was based on the Madhouse, Julia.
If you go over here to the Hoedown Throwdown River, you can put your feet in there when you take off your boots.
Take off your boots. Oh gosh.
I feel like that clip's going to be taken and used against me now.
Get to stepping.
It's out there. Get to stepping. I've already been told I'm country enough. I shouldn't have done that. I'm twangy enough.
Oh man. Well, Chad is gonna grip onto this, and then when we do Ukeolympics again, he is going to demand a country, and he's gonna be like, Julia, now you've got to lead it. But you're already an Australian,
man,
so you can't.
I am. I mean, usually when you're something in one of the Ukeland competitions, you kind of stay. Yeah. If you want, you can request a change sometimes. Yeah. But I mean, I'm a Slytherin for life.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
an Australian for life.
That's right. Yeah.
So
you kind of
we're not always on the same team.
That's true. We're not.
Yeah. That's not. It started that way though.
And I always give her the chance or the opportunity. Yeah. I'm like, do you want to request to stay with me? She said, no, I'll let fate determine where I go. And I'm like, all right. So,
and then I get mad. I'm not on your team.
You do. You do. You're like, Marla.
No, it's okay. I was with Banana, so and
Mm-hmm.
Teresa. It was good. It was
It
all.
is
It's
good.
always good. It's always a good time, and I think I like to switch it up because then you can meet new people and meet
Yes, you can.
new.
Mm-hmm.
I get out of it. Forces me out of my comfort zone
It
because
does.
again, I'm not the most outgoing person, and so it forces me out of my comfort zone to
It
go.
does.
It forces me to meet new people and talk to different people and just be in a group with complete. But somehow, I always get. I'm always with Chad and some other people. It's like I'm always
Always.
in with.
And
I'm like
everything's random.
it
So
is just
the
that's the
universe
people.
says, nope,
Yeah,
got to be with your people.
these are your people. So
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
that is.
Yes,
So there's
competitions are
other
fun.
you said SNCE
Yeah,
was a
SNC.
place that
Yep,
you can also do competitions.
yep, it stands for Supernatural Community
Community
Events.
events.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're the OG team competition external community.
Are they the
They're
ones with the that you can get the trophy not they're not trophies, the you have them
sure.
on your wall.
Oh no, no, no. the medals,
The
the medals.
medals.
That is SMAC
Smack.
athletes.
Yeah, you're
Mm-hmm.
right. Okay. See, I get all
That's
these confused and I've been in here for 3 years, which all this hasn't been going on for 3 years, but I get all of them twisted up in my mind.
so SMAC. You can be put on a team
Mhm.
and you use your supernatural minutes. You convert that to miles. And
Mhm.
then those miles get turned in and you can purchase a medal. Okay. So you have to spend your own money to get the medal.
Right.
But you can do this as a team. And those teams are permanent. So you're not switching teams every event
Right.
or every medal. You stay with the same team. Whereas SNCE, unless you're a helper, unless you're helping lead the team, it
Mhm.
will always be random. Ukeland, it will always be random again, unless you're a helper helping lead a team,
Mhm.
or it is Harry Potter. Harry Potter, we allow the houses to stay together. You can request to be rehoused. The
Mhm.
sorting hat will come out and it will give you a chance to request a house or to randomly be put into another house. And then the sorting hat will determine where you
Yeah.
should go. And that should be Slytherin house.
Could you
So you,
imagine if this year you guys are like, we're switching it up, everybody's being removed and reshuffled?
I think there would be a riot.
There'd be a full riot. You
I
guys
have
would have to go hide in your tents
I
somewhere in the
mean, I
woods.
have a whole Professor Slytherin
You
outfit
do.
and a
You do.
tie
Yeah.
and a scarf. I've no,
Yeah.
like I'm not,
No, it
and I'm a
it
Slytherin
has
for
to stay.
life
Yeah.
with my sister Debbie. Like
Yeah.
you cannot. No, I quit.
Well, I have the
I quit
shirts, so
Hogwarts. Yes, you do.
um, I'm stuck.
Yeah, but I think everyone, which is crazy. This is another thing that people get emotional attachment to, is their
Hmm.
house for Harry Potter.
Yeah, it is.
Um, and especially in Ukeland, people have a lot of pride for their house. They want to stay with their team,
Hmm.
and it just adds a whole new component. And this year, when we did, or last year, we've done Harry Potter twice, and the second time that we did it, lots of new people came in.
Yeah,
And I think all the teams did a great job in welcoming the new people. So you
I
shouldn't
think so
worry
too.
about
Yeah.
being assigned to a new house or anything like that.
No,
Um,
no.
Priority is to make sure everyone is comfortable, everyone
Yeah.
feels welcome, and is a part of the team.
And you guys do this one near when school goes back. Am I
Yes,
correct by saying that? Yeah, like in
correct.
August.
hmm
Yeah.
We did the first one in October because it ran over Halloween. My daughter dressed as a big dragon, like an inflatable dragon.
That's right.
And she wanted to also represent Slytherin. So she got a big Slytherin scarf and wore
Mm.
that around as she was a dragon. And I dressed as a Slytherin professor to go trick or treating. So that's why I
Yes.
remember it was in
It was
October.
through Halloween. Yeah,
Yes.
that's really cool.
And then the second one was in August as the school went back. So we'll see what we do
Gotcha.
this year.
Yeah.
will be
ever
interesting.
changing, ever growing, ever doing the things.
Doing the things.
So then there's what other groups? There's Adventures.
Oh,
by Ninjas.
Yes, the Supernatural.
ABSN.
Yeah, ABSN. They're not a competitive team competitions, but they do adventures, and they have set workouts. And so if you need some motivation to get in the headset, but you don't think you're competitive or don't want to be competitive or on a team, you can set your own pace.
It's a little bit more
there.
laid back, I think.
Yeah, for
you get your own ninja. It's really neat.
Yeah, it is neat.
Yeah. And they do a lot of workout parties and connections on different apps, not just Supernatural, I think.
That's right.
Too.
I think they do utilize a lot of fun game apps.
And fitness apps that are out there. So if you're looking for, things to supplement, if something new comes out, Marla, I'm going to tell you, I always have to check it out.
You do.
But I always come back to my love. And you're like, just tell me if it's good and I'll go do it.
Right. Exactly. But you don't catch me in the headset doing anything but Supernatural for the majority of the time.
We did have you golfing with us, putt-putting with us.
You had me for an hour. Then after the hour, I just like sit down and check out. But I'm there. I'm hanging out. I just give up golfing. I'm like,
golfing. Well, it's fun to hang out. But when you have, what is it? Sometimes 6+ people in there trying to golf, it could definitely take 3 hours.
Yes. I think that's our longest game. Off. Yes. We're just completely good. Where's the balls? Where are the, can we find more balls, please?
Oh man. Fun times. So I guess we really shouldn't talk about this week's workouts or last week's workouts of the day because, we didn't do them.
Yeah. We were too invested in the bracket. Though,
not because we didn't want to, or we didn't think they looked good. We just didn't have the time. So.
We didn't. And I can't promise that we'll have the time this week either.
I know, right? So we may have a little hiatus. If you guys enjoy the workout of the day segment, I may have to get in there and really push to, do them so that we can give some feedback.
Well, I do post every Sunday. I do post every Sunday in our group.
That is
asking
true.
What's your favorite workout of the day? And it looked to me like a lot of people were speaking about the medium just dance flow.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
I really want to do that.
I have it saved.
I heard that it was good. So we could just take the conversation over there until March Madness is over.
Exactly.
Or we don't have as many as it lessens. We'll have a little bit more time.
Yes, we will.
To do the workout of the day. But I do know the medium boxing with Coach Mark, the rock hard. I did that one and it was really good. Yeah. The music was great. A lot of drama was in that one. But other than that, I'm hoping to grab that Just Dance sometime this week, that medium flow. And I love a Just Dance. They're some of my favorites.
Same. One also, I just realized this. One cool thing about competitions is, especially when you're assigned workouts and you've got to do them, you kind of miss the workouts of the day. And so you get like a stockpile of good ones you can do when you come back to.
That is true.
And I always love that. Because I'm like, oh, well, I have that Just Dance saved. I hope some good ones come out this week that we can save. Now, if a pros only comes out, we're going to do it. We're going to make it.
Too bad.
Make it happen.
We can't. Yeah, we can't wait. But I think that's another thing is, the mentality kind of changes because you go from, well, I need to check all these new things out. They're not going anywhere unless it's
they're not
the Star Wars workout. They're not going to take it from you.
Right.
I think we got it a little longer the second time.
We did. We got
the Star Wars workout is the only workout that Supernatural has given and taken away, other than just things where they've lost music rights, and we have lost workouts that way. But that's sad, so we shouldn't talk about it because we have some.
Give us back the first song and forget the Madhouse.
The first song and forget the Madhouse. We want that back, please and thank you. But they're not going to take them away, and they'll still be there. And it is kind of cool to stockpile workouts to come back to. And then by that time, you can look in the community. We can talk to our friends in our group chat, and we know which ones are like, yeah, do these. So then
Right.
you can
Don't
mark
miss
them,
it.
and you can know which ones are the ones that which they may like things that you don't like, and you may like things that they don't like. But in the end, you'll figure out which ones you want to go back and
Yep.
do, and they're not going anywhere. And I think that is why Supernatural to me is the most superior fitness app, and why I keep coming back. We have new content
Daily.
every single day.
Yes.
No other fitness app gives you new content every
Right.
single day.
That's true.
And then, we have all the back stock of workouts in there that
we have so many favorites. And
so
I think
many.
that's why I'm liking this bracket situation. Because see, I'm going to be honest. I'm sort of competitioned out simply because I'm assigned to workouts. And if you know me, I just do what I want. Like workouts, I'm not going to suffer through things I don't want to do.
No.
And I say suffer, and of course it's not suffering, but workouts, Supernatural is sacred. I know I've said this before, and I will protect it at all costs. It's the only form of exercise I've ever found that I like and I enjoy. And that's why that I stick to, willingly get in and do, basically.
Yeah. No one's forcing you.
No. And I get a little, it feels like a chore when I'm doing workouts that I don't just love.
Yeah.
And it takes a little bit of my joy away. It makes me feel like, oh, I don't want to get in the headset because I got to do these workouts I don't want to do when I really want to do this workout over here.
Yeah.
So what I like about this bracket is the way it started. Anyone in Ukeland could submit workouts, their favorite workouts, to be put into the bracket. Now, everyone who submitted a workout, even if, whether they've submitted 1 or 10, at least one of them was included in the bracket. Now, if like 6 people submitted the same workout, that workout got seated in the bracket in a different place. That's how seating worked. Anyway, I have a lot of workouts that are my favorite in this bracket. So I'm very happy to do it. Now,
see, I didn't turn any in because I was asleep.
You were
on
asleep.
All of this. I was like,
you were like not into
I don't know
it.
what's happening. So thankfully, my friends put the good ones.
Yes, I was going to say you're lucky that a bunch of us added really good workouts.
Yes.
So it's going to keep us engaged as long as our favorites are in there. Now, if for some reason, which I know this won't happen, every single one of my favorites is knocked out, then no, I won't do the bracket anymore. I'm just going to be honest, but if it gets to the point where there are 16 choices and only 2 of them I absolutely love, then I will only do 2 and I'll be back to workouts of the day. But right now there are so many to keep me engaged. I am happy to do them.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Who knew we needed this March Madness bracket?
But any of Ukeland's competitions can kind of be this way, where you join and you're like, okay, and you get grouped up, but it's when that chaos comes.
Yes, and that's what makes, I feel, Ukeland different from all the other groups.
Yeah.
Is the chaos, the shenanigans, the fun.
The shenanigans.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
this group against this group. And it sounds on the surface, it kind of sounds, I don't want to say icky, but it's not like that. It's just so fun. It's
fun.
It's that fun, back and forth, that
the banter, the camaraderie,
exactly
silliness, but it also encourages you and engages you and gets you in the headset doing the thing in a super fun way.
Exactly.
That's definitely our goal. And the winning workout of the bracket, the total bracket at the end of all this, that workout, we're going to make a community side by side for. So that will be like we're coming out of retirement since we started the podcast.
That's right.
That will be our first one since the first of the year when we did the giant one with all the coaches.
That one was record breaking big.
Yes.
If we were still doing Google Drive then, I probably would have been like,
no,
because the last big one that had 102 people, didn't it take me over like a course of 2
yes,
days?
to
It was
download. You were
it took
having
me
issues.
all together sitting down and working on it on my phone. I think there was 12 plus hours of
Yes.
me just sitting and working on it. But
And then you needed me to download some because you couldn't. And we had them in 2 separate places. And
we
then
did.
The double checking of everything.
Yeah. We found a better way.
We did.
And now it's so streamlined and quick. And still, even with our record breaking one, what do we have? 120 people?
Yes.
Whew.
We had to go out with a bang.
When you look at it, it does not look like 120 people.
No. But
it's crazy. It is. Trust me.
If we had to break our own record.
Yeah.
When I realized it would be our last one for a while, plus it was the last one of the year.
Yeah.
And it was like a mirroring what we did last year.
Yeah.
For our last side by side of the year, I was like, okay, we're going to do
it. It even took us a while, though, to decide on a song. We went back and forth.
It had to be perfect. It had to be the right song with the right choreography. Yeah. And I think we pride ourselves in picking out really good songs and choreography for the side-by-sides, community ones. We have opened up and allowed people to suggest sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we have a running list.
Yeah. It's definitely a you and I kind of, we're going to do this song this week.
Well, and I'm like, okay, well, it can't start with 20 million triangles. I almost said strawberries. The world. And so we're like, okay, the next one won't. Well, the one that we did for the very last one had triangles, like 30 seconds of
that
triangles.
Was my fault.
So it's really hard to sync them up. Well, I agreed on the song, and then
you
I'm
did.
Like, there's so many triangles.
Right at the start. It's just
how
triangles.
did we get here? I said no.
I knew it. And then I come out the gate going, we're going to set a record with this. And Julia's like, what? So we're going to beat the most that we did last time. She's like, okay, Marla. Okay, Marla.
Just do whatever you're going to do because I can't stop her. There's no stopping her.
No.
When you get something in your head, that's what's
going to happen. Yeah, that's what we're doing. It's going to happen. We're going to make it happen.
And it works out good. I'm the laid back one, and I'm like, just give it to me, whatever. And she's like, this is what we're doing. I'm like, you make the decisions. I'll make it happen.
I love that.
And you call me the day before. You're like, have you started on the side-by-side? Like, what side-by-side are you referring to? The procrastination.
But I believe in your procrastination. Like now I get it. Now I understand your flow and your vibe. And I usually give you, we don't usually have deadlines. No. That last one had a deadline simply because we wanted it posted on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day for like the first, that was the only reason there was a deadline. And I did worry a little bit, but
wasn't there something life going on for me then? I don't even remember.
Yes,
there was. Yeah, of course. Right. Of course.
Yes, there was life going on. And you've also learned that you can't start building it as the videos come in. You learned that the hard way, and I had to start telling you, stop, Julia.
I wasn't even allowed to go into our place where we were putting videos to even look at them.
No.
And so I had to become unattached to it in a way, because if I started building it, I would mess it up. So then I would have to, I've started before and had to start all over again.
A million times.
Because my spacing, wasn't
because you don't know how many the count will be on the final. And
Right.
this is why we have a deadline. This is, all the things. It's a well-oiled machine, and there's a way that has to be done. And you detaching was so important. That's why I watch the videos to make sure everyone's video is full length. Do they need flipped? I make sure if they need flipped, all these things. Because otherwise you start feeling the pressure, like I need to build this. There's 100 videos in here. I need to put it together.
That's right.
But it's
That's
like,
right.
Julia, we don't know if we'll end at 111 or 102. So if you build it and space it, it could get all messed up.
I think the way that this one landed, because it took us a minute to choose a song and then put it out there, I think I ended up having like 2 days to actually make it.
Yes, the deadline.
And
yes.
Another admin was kind of like freaking out for me, telling you like, but
why did you do this? Yeah. I mean, I checked with her first. I said, this is the crazy plan. This is what I want to do. Can you do it? And you have 2 days to turn it around. Yeah. And she was like,
and by the way,
once she said yes, and then I said, you have 2 days though. Is this ridiculous? If it's ridiculous, I understand. I can shorten it so that you have more time to make it. But then that means less videos. That means chances of us actually hitting the record or succeeding the record is lower. And man, that took a lot of networking and a lot of talking to people to get 120 people to send us their video.
Because wasn't it like a weekend? We only had like 20 videos. It's like,
yes,
where are the people?
Yes. And I even put it out early. I'm like, and it's because everyone is a procrastinator. Everyone's like, I'm going to get to it, but then it causes me to, anyway.
Of course, I've been playing it the whole time. Hopefully, I mean,
yes,
it's okay that I play it.
It's one of our favorite.
Make sure we can ask, I guess. I mean, if they gave us, we have it. So
yeah,
it's been playing. You've been watching it and not listening to us probably yammer on about it. No, I'm kidding.
But side by side should be a whole episode in of themselves.
They really should.
We could really get into them and show them, showcase them, talk about all the different people. Yeah, they could be a whole episode. Let's make an episode about them. That's what we should.
We definitely should. Yeah.
We're
going to get deep into some stuff here in a few weeks. Mm-hmm. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
It's going to get drama. No. So the brackets, we'll have to keep everybody. We'll touch on it next week. It may be a whole nother bracket episode. We have no idea what's going to happen.
We'll see. It depends.
They may be like, please don't.
If the community...
We'll definitely keep. That's right. We'll definitely keep you updated on how things are going.
For sure. Yes. And again, you guys should participate. Just check out. I'm sure Julia popped up what's currently on the bracket. If any of those are your favorite, do them. Submit that you did it. Hopefully, it moves on to the next one. Unless it's up against Return to the Madhouse, and then don't come play.
Don't play whatever it is. Just play Return. Only Return.
That's right.
Well, I didn't realize. Well, I did know that this workout was going to be on our weekly workout suggestion, but I had talked about this one earlier. Totally forgot. This is the drop bass meditation with Leanne, medium flow, 24 minutes from 10:25:21. This workout, like we said earlier, is so good. And it's bassy music.
Yes.
Has the drops, just like we like. And it puts you in this flow state. Is hard for me, but it does. It just, you just get into this really good flow state. I mean, if I'm in a party, I'm not. But it's a great party workout. It's a great one to just do by yourself and decompress if you're having a bad day.
For sure.
Or if you just need to, let go of some feelings. I don't know. This is a great workout. It has a great choreography. Again, we did a side-by-side with lightning. I accidentally did put actual lightning in
accidentally
in my editing software that I use. And I had some people contact me and was like, where were you that it was lightning in the place where you were at, which would be totally cool if some of the locations had things
those
like
effects,
that in them. Yeah, but I was like, oh, sorry guys, that's not in there. There's no real lightning.
There's no real lightning. Oops.
I mean, there are some with rain, but no lightning. So yeah, bass meditation, one of Marla's favorites. It's one of mine too, but you definitely, told me how this one needs to be done way more often. And I forget about it. It's a good one to go back to.
Coach Leanne says some awesome things, as she usually does. But during the song Underwater, she has this whole section about meditating. And I'm not going to go into it anymore because I want you guys to experience it.
Turn her on.
Yes.
Turn on Leanne.
Listen to what she has to say, especially during that song. If you're someone who meditates regularly, amazing. If you're someone who doesn't meditate regularly, but want to, but don't know how, or you have some sort of expectation of what it's supposed to be, listen to what she has to say in there, and let us know, because I think it will change your mind about what meditating has to be, or your perceived idea of it. Anyway, yes, it is one of my all-time favorites, and it is in the bracket, and it's up against one of my all-time favorite other workouts.
So go play it and turn it in.
I think I should abstain from this section of the bracket and not do any of them and let the community decide, because
there you go.
Or I should play both and just cancel my vote out. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, in the last song of Base Meditation is Alane. Is that correct? And that's one of our favorite pros only. So when we play this, it makes us want to go play the Bring Down the House.
Quick hit.
It's so good.
Because Alane is the first song. So it's perfect. So you go from the medium Alane straight to the pros only version. And it's so fun. And so also, when you're done with it, don't forget to do what? Tell me.
Let me put my phone down.
Do the rate the workout.
I'm sitting here swinging back and forth in my chair. Somebody's going to comment, will you get her still? No more rolly chair for her. I'm going to have to get a stationary chair.
Them.
I'm sitting here. If they're watching on YouTube, they're getting sick. Anyway, rate the workout.
There we go.
I don't know what I did last time, but we've got a couple people doing this. I don't know what it means.
Don't forget to rate your workouts. So important. When you're done, when the workout card comes up with your score, look to the left and do the needful. However you feel, whatever you want to say. If you just want to hit like and the reasons why, if you want to hit love and the reasons why, if you hit other, what happens?
You got to send them an email, or they'll prompt you.
And they'll
email you.
And then you just reply.
Ask you if you want an email, and then you can tell them all your words.
Yeah, I often have a lot of words.
Well, even if you like it, you can still tell them that you loved it. The other does not just have to be for
why you
telling
didn't
them
like
what
it.
you didn't like.
I
Tell
often
them what you do like.
Reply what I like and what two songs I would hope they would make a quick hit with.
Yep.
I've started doing that because you know how I feel about the quick hits and they pick the wrong songs. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, will you add these two? So yes, don't forget to rate the workouts.
Rate the workouts. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us today. I always mess up that part. Oh, man. Thank you for listening to us today, tuning in. Marla's like, just be quiet and let me say the last line. Y'all, I don't know how you stay with us this long, but thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
We do appreciate you. And don't forget that the real love and joy of Supernatural is found in the journey you go on. Bye.
Bye.